This world's going crazy, so why not share it? Wise Ass News! Welcome back, episode 2, Wise Ass News. Today, I got some interesting stuff for you guys. Guys, this next story is a little out there because it covers a topic that just scares the crap out of me. Really. This story is about spiders that are actually helping humans. But not in a sense that you're thinking. And I will put up a picture right now. I'll give you guys about 5 seconds to look at it, and then I'll come back to me. That is messed up. Okay, that's like straight out of a Tim Burton movie. That is real. That's actually real. Now, okay, basically what that picture is this is over in Pakistan. Last year in 2010, they had above average floods. Now, because of this, there was I think it says 20 million people were affected by this flood, and millions upon millions of wildlife and animals were affected as well. Majority of them actually happened to be spiders. Now, what these spiders did is they went up into these trees, and the waters took a really long time to recede, took longer than usual. So what the spiders ended up doing is they made those trees their home, and they cocooned themselves inside the trees to protect them from birds and other wildlife that were trying to scurry around for food, and it also created a big feeding nest, pretty much, to catch birds and large prey and flies and stuff like that. But actually, I should mention also, with the floods and all the standing water and everything, it was a breeding ground for disease and mosquitoes and stuff like that. So, one of the side effects, a Britain team from the Department of International Development, they said that the spiders in the trees are actually creating a decline in the malaria outbreaks due to mosquitoes, because of the immense size of the nets that these spiders are creating. They're actually catching more and more mosquitoes, and because of this, the malaria rates are actually going down. So, the spiders helping humans. Who would have thought? They are the most alien-looking thing on this planet, in my opinion, and this just puts the nail in the coffin as far as I'm concerned. These things shouldn't even be here. They're evil. Evil. Alright, this next story has to do with some world networks. You know, the trigger finger kind. Basically, some physicists did a study to try to come up with the top 10 countries in the world that could cause a world economic crisis. The countries include Japan, Spain, the UK, the Netherlands, Italy, Germany, Belgium, Luxembourg, the United States, and France. Basically what they did is they took a bunch of different ranges. They used a concept called statistical physics, where they used, like I said, effects ranging from disease, trade, business, individual growth, banking, stuff like that. So basically, what the study says is that each of these countries individually have so much invested in the world economic state that if one of these systems happens to crash, everything else is going with it. Now, there was a lot of different variations of this study. The link will be down below. So if you want the full details of it, just go down below into the links. They'll all be down there if you want to read up on the whole thing. But pretty much, those 10 countries that I listed right there are the major ones that, if they can't get their economic states in order, pretty much any Western democracy right now, if they can't get their economic states in order, can't get their budgets in order, and stop all this wild spending and tax cuts, well, you guys know where that's going. I don't need to tell you. We've already lived through it for the last 4 or 5 years, so it can, pretty much if they don't fix it, it's going to get worse. That's what this study says. Alright, now I got a couple of space stories for you. These ones are pretty cool, a little scary at the same time, and kind of mind-boggling. So here they are. The first one, gamma ray bursts have been detected by astronomers. Astronomers. Okay, astronomers, and they're baffled by this gamma ray burst. Now, generally, they see gamma ray bursts all over the place with satellites and stuff like that out in space. Anyway, the Swift satellite discovered this gamma ray burst on March 28th. The gamma ray bursts are caused by a star being sucked into a black hole. Now, basically, when the star is circling the black hole, it's being stripped of its outer layer, all the gases, all the loose gases, stuff like that, like hydrogen and helium and all that. And once the outer layer is completely stripped, it just leaves the inner core, the hot core. Now, when that happens, it releases the gamma ray burst, which is a release of all that energy, and then the star gets sucked into the black hole and then it's gone. That's why the blast usually only lasts about 30 seconds, because it's just stripped outer layer, boom, gone. Now, the thing that's baffling the physicists, the astrophysicists about this one, is that this gamma ray burst has been going on for 11 days now. It hasn't stopped. Now, the only fact that they've been able to get out of this is its distance. It's 3.8 billion light years from Earth, and they're kind of baffled about this, like I said, because they don't know if this is a regular occurrence in the universe, and we just happen to be lucky that it was pointing at Earth when it exploded. That's the reason that we're seeing the light from it now. If it was pointed in another direction, we wouldn't have been able to see it. It would have been, all the light would have been pointed in a point that would have been undetectable. So they don't know if this is a regular occurrence or we just happen to be seeing something for the first time that's a rare occurrence in the universe. We don't really know. They're suggesting maybe it's due to a giant star. If you look online, there's comparisons of star size comparisons. The largest star known to man, if you flew a commercial jet around the outside of this star at 900 miles an hour, it would take you 1,100 years to get around it once. That's how big this thing is. So they're thinking maybe it's a supermassive star that's being sucked into this black hole. This black hole just happens to be at the center of a galaxy as well, so it's also a supermassive black hole or a quasar, depending on its energy type, and they haven't figured that out yet. So yeah, they're currently trying to figure out the data, the exact cause of it, the energy being released, and all the exact data. But for right now, they're trying to figure out exactly what's causing it first, and then they're going to come up with all the information. Alright, and this last space story is to deal with a black hole that's in its last thralls of death, pretty much. This one's more of a quasar. In the last story I told you the difference between a supermassive black hole and a quasar is just their energy output. So, two scientists, astrophysicists, are using, they're from Tennessee. They're using two observatories down in Hawaii to watch these two galaxies that are in the midst of merging together. This is a very rare occurrence lately because of the distance that the galaxies are from one another. So this is the first time we've been able to witness something like this as well. It's on a massive scale. Both the central black holes of these galaxies, one's a supermassive black hole and the other one's a quasar. So basically what happens when these two galaxies are merging is they do the gravitational pull, so they spin around each other, and in this process they're spitting out all that material, all the stars and gases and nebulas and everything that they had in their galaxies themselves. They're getting spun around at rapid rates while they're being whipped around to the gravitational forces. Now, when they get closer and closer together, the gravitational forces on the two black holes send out massive, massive, massive energy pulses. Now, these energy pulses are so massive that they actually produce light, and because of the force at which these pulses go out, it actually allows the light to exceed the gravity of the black holes themselves. It's the only thing known in the universe that can actually outstand or outlast the gravity of a black hole. Now, what happens during these explosions is all the lighter materials in the galaxies get thrown out into outer space away from the gravity of these black holes. All the lighter materials, all the lighter gases, and then that just leaves the heavier materials like iron and gold and stuff like that. And which forces these two galaxies even faster and harder into this merge. So basically right now they're just watching these two galaxies merge into each other. Alright, it's that time of the video where I bring you my ass of the week. Last week it was the wise ass of the week, but I decided to change it permanently because of the ass of the week this week, which I'm proud to say is Mr. Glenn Beck, soon to be former employee of Fox News. Now, the reason he is my ass of the week is strictly because he is a madman who is absolutely crazy and has millions of people who follow him. Now, it came out this week that Fox News has either decided not to continue his contract, or that Glenn Beck has decided not to continue his contract, or that Glenn Beck has decided to move on from Fox News to create his own network, or that Glenn Beck has decided to go to radio instead of continuing his show on Fox News. Now, he's my ass of the week because, let's just be honest here, in the last year he's lost over 300 sponsors. He's lost over 1 million viewers. The guy's no longer marketable. He's not marketable. Fox News cannot make money off of him anymore. And in the business world and in the television world, if they can't make money off of you, you're no good to them. So for Glenn Beck to be going around this week saying, "Oh, I'm taking the high and mighty road. You know, I have lots to look forward to in the future, and my road is clear, and I have God putting me on this path," and you know, fuck off. Ass of the week doesn't even say it. Alright guys, my favorite part of the week, the YouTube video of the week. So, this week I have the leader of the YouTube orbit, a partner, and a semi-finalist in the next up competition of YouTube, Ergo 6667. That was just one Ergo. Ergo 6667. Now the video that I'm talking about this week, he did his 1-year birthday video of his dog Ender. Now the reason I wanted to pick this video is strictly because of the fact that in the years of YouTube there have been many people, you know, we have the Shay Carls who have their family growing up and stuff like that. We have Charles Trippy, who's, you know, had his whole relationships on YouTube pretty much filmed. It's not very often you come across someone who has a pet who's practically grown up on film. Now Ergo got this dog, Ender, when he was just a little puppy and when he was doing his vlogs, his yearly vlogs. I should mention the YouTube orbit that he runs is a community of daily vloggers. Anyway, he got this puppy, and pretty much throughout, he's almost done his year of vlogging, and throughout the year we've got to see Ender grow up, and he just had his first birthday. And he did this video showcasing the year of Ender's growth, and it's a 6-minute video, and the whole time I watched it I had a smile on my face. And even when the video was over, I still had a sense of happiness. You know, I felt good about myself. I felt happy and glad that I got to witness that. So at the end of this video, I'm going to play you about a 20-second clip of that video. I have his permission. I asked him if I could do this, just to share you guys a little happiness of it that I got from it. Well, that'll be it for Wise Ass News this week. Remember to subscribe up there. Remember to favorite and like down there. I have my WisemanTimes, which is my vlog, my daily vlog, which is in the orbit with Mr. Ergo. You can check that down there as WisemanTimes. I also have a Minecraft playthrough that I do, that's down there, which is WiseCraft 001. So remember guys, in this crazy world, stay strong, stay wise. Just don't be an ass. Please.
Is this guy right here, his first birthday. You guys have been watching him since June when I got him. He was 2 months old then, and he's really grown up on camera.